Don't be fooled. Bitcoin is likely to surge over the next 7 days or so, but it's a trap. We're likely to see further movements to the downside overall because the trend is down. And today I'm going to show you the technical reason why. So let's dive straight into Bitcoin. Now, with Bitcoin, we've had the price movement since the 15th of August moving down. Very, very clear. But what most people don't realize is that markets move in fives and threes. Buying and selling behavior, more often than not, moves in fives and threes. And what typically happens after a 5-wave move to the downside is a 3-wave correction. So your price targets and date targets is what we're going to cover today. What you're going to be on a high alert for. And if this occurs, just be prepared for further downside movements with Bitcoin. Now, before I show you the price and time targets, if you want access to this chart and analysis, you can actually now download it for free. In the description link below, you'll get my Bitcoin chart and some others as well, the latest data and everything else. And what you actually get when you click on it is the 4-screen setup, the weekly, daily, the hourly, and the 4-hour chart as well. So you can get that for free now in the description link below. But we're going to focus on this over here. What you really want to be clear on is we can clearly see a 5-wave move to the downside. Hopefully you can see it clearly. This is what we're referring to. This over here. Bump, bump, wave 1, 2. Wave 3s tend to be the most extreme. Wave 4s tend to be a complex correction. And wave 5 is the final sell-off. And then you tend to get a 3-wave move to the upside. So this is what I want you to be on high alert. And if this occurs this way, just be prepared for it. More often than not, you'll see something like this in a 3-wave style structure. And the price targets, the minimum is 22,400 to a typical maximum of 24,000. That's the typical common minimum maximum corrections that you'll see. And the date, I've done some Fibonacci time retracements, basically how long it typically takes for a correction to complete. We've got the 2nd of September until the 5th of September. They're the dates that you want to be on high alert for, sideways to up for a few days. There are some buying opportunities if you're trading Bitcoin, but just be on high alert unless we see the price go over this high, which is unlikely because the whole macro trend right now is still down, right? Unless the price goes above this high, then we need to reevaluate. But right now, it looks like a nice bullish 5-wave move to the downside. Bullish, as in bullish movement to the downside, impulsive, should I say, and then an ABC correction. So let's finish on a quote, right? We got this quote that I love. I love it because it's just wisdom, right? Wisdom. It's from my book. You can now also download for free in the description link below. It's chapter number 2. The chapter is called Understand Money. But the quote is from Warren Buffett. And he says, rule number 1, never lose money. And rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Now, how can we use that in a practical sense? With Bitcoin, the macro trend is down. And when we've got impulsive moves to the downside, typically what happens is a 3-wave correction. So just be prepared for that and don't be fooled by the bullish movement. Now, there's no way of knowing 100%, but you can be very, very confident that we're probably going to get a move up and then a continuation to the downside.